I'm Mike Bradner, and this is Capitol Views, and we're here today with Representative Chris Birch, who's a new guy on the block, but not new to Alaska politics. You have a rather extensive background, Chris, so give us a rundown of where you've been and what you've done.
Absolutely. In the political realm, I had the good fortune to represent South Anchorage on the Assembly for the last 9 years, from 2005 to 14. I also served about 9 years on the Chugach Electric Board, so I was very involved in utility electric operations and that side of the house. And then in Fairbanks, we lived in Fairbanks for about 25 years, and I served 6 years on the Municipal Assembly in Fairbanks. So I feel like we've got a real good broad base of experience to bring to bear for the good people of the state and trying to make a path forward for us all.
So, I mean, your background in local government, I mean, that's, basically in Alaska, I mean, we're state government and local governments. We don't have a lot of other funny kinds of organizations out there. Yeah. So they're the other half of this fiscal equation.
I would agree, and local government experience is great. For instance, in South Anchorage, it was a district of about 900 square miles and about 50,000 constituents. And the House district I represent in South Anchorage is kind of centered around the Alaska Zoo, Huffman to Abbott, and Hillside to the Seward Highway, but it's about 17,000 residents, so it's a much smaller area, but many of the issues are similar. And as in local government in our state, you have to make the budget balance every year. That's a #1 objective and priority of anybody in government, local government, state government, or national government, is a balanced budget and making that, delivering the services that are necessary.
Now, a little perspective. I mean, you can walk across your district, and how long would it take you to walk across your district?
It's 2 miles, so not too long.
And we have other districts 1,000 miles long. I mean, yeah. So we are a unique state.
Absolutely. In talking to a representative of some of the more rural communities and having worked in rural Alaska a lot in my professional life as an engineer, I talked to, I think it was Neil Foster and others. They're flying all day long to go from one side of their district to another.
Well, tell me about your family.
We came up here, our first family exposure was, my dad was in the Marine Corps in World War II, so he was a World War II vet and was stationed in Adak, and he liked it and came back up to Alaska with my mom right after the war, and they actually worked up at Hatcher Pass at the Independence Mine. My mom was a geologist and Dad was a mining engineer. And then we mined for years in the Brooks Range, a family mining operation around Chandelar Lake in the Chandelar Mining District. We were up there from '59 to '71. I graduated from the University of Alaska in '72 with a mining engineering degree, and that was back when it was the University of Alaska.
That's right.
It just had,
I was just about to say that.
It just had two initials.
But
and earned a master's degree in engineering management and went on to get my professional license in civil engineering.
So you have children?
Yeah, my wife Pam, wife of 38 years. We've got two beautiful children living in Anchorage and 4 grandchildren, 3 of them in the Anchorage School District. So we're keenly interested in this finding a budget solution that gets us down the road and takes care of our jobs and opportunity and potential that we all expect to realize in Alaska.
So we got to get there this year.
We absolutely have to get there, and I think, as we talked earlier, we have to balance the budget. That's a mandate, and figuring out how you get there is going to be the challenge. But it's also an opportunity, because as a state we're blessed with an abundance of resources, mineral resources, oil and gas resources, timber resources, and probably most importantly the human resources. And the people here are can-do people. They're problem solvers, and I'm confident that we're gonna we'll get through this together.
One of the problems that this is a big state, and we don't know a lot about each other. I mean, a lot of legislators don't know a lot about Southeast or rural areas. You're fortunate that you had roots in Fairbanks and Anchorage, and so and you've been in rural Alaska. You've experienced
Yeah, I worked for a number of years with Nana Development Corporation and subsidiaries doing professional engineering work. And so I had the benefit of being able to travel to rural Alaska throughout my professional career. We started out with the what we characterize as the Molly Hooch schools that were built in rural Alaska, and in many communities, those are the community center, the place to get a bed at night if you have to overnight, and just a real solid resource for those communities. But also with companies like Nana, we saw the development of the Red Dog Mine and the potential that that you had there for resource development, providing a bright future and potential for so many other shareholders.
Local hire, and of course,
You bet.
I mean, where does that serve out? It comes right out of Anchorage.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The freight, and everything that goes into real life.
So I think pulling together and having spent the last few weeks here in Juneau, I see the impact that the Greens Creek and Kensington and other mineral developments have had in this community. Of course, it's got a rich Juneau and Southeast has a rich tradition with the Treadwell mine and the AJ mine, just a fascinating and very, very exciting tradition in the mineral side.
Chris, we're out of time, believe it or not.
I can't believe we're just
that's
getting
right,
started.
We just got started, and it's been wonderful to talk to you, and
my
I
pleasure.
wish you good luck.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Lots of courage in this session.
You know what? It's we're all going to be pulling together, and I haven't met one person that I would be fearful of going into battle with. And I mean, I think everybody is heading in the same direction. I think everybody's got maybe a little nuance on how to get there,
Sure.
but I'm confident we'll be there.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Capital Views, I'm Mike Bradner. I've been talking to Representative Chris Birch.